Welcome, everyone, to Northwest Digital News and our segment, Real Estate Savvy. Kevin Hunter, Susan Wood, Kyle Torgerson at the broadcast desk, and we're going to help share with people some of the top mistakes they make applying for a home mortgage. You know, it's amazing all the different things people do. Susan, let's help them understand the big one. What's mistake number one?
Top mistake number one for applying for a home mortgage is waiting till the last minute to get pre-approved.
Why would anybody do that? Because this is like for most people, the single biggest purchase they'll ever make in their lifetime. Why would they wait till the last minute?
Well, typically they're like, oh, I want to find a house first and then I will apply. It's like, well, that's kind of backwards because you really don't know what you qualify for, the type of lending or how much. So it's never a good idea to wait.
So what do they need to do?
Well, the first thing you want to do is reach out to your lender early. It's actually your first step that you should take. And then you would like to get not just a pre-qualified letter, but an actual true pre-approval letter. They're completely different. So a pre-qualified letter is one that somebody will take and just take your information as face value and say, oh, okay, you qualify for this, but you truly may not.
And are there banks that actually do that?
A lot.
A lot of them.
A lot. It's not just banks, but also lenders, online lenders. Everybody has their own way of how they do things. It's just better to, if you're going to go through the process, to actually have your best foot forward.
What's all included in this pre-approval letter, the legitimate one?
They will pull your credit, and it won't be a soft pull. It'll be an actual hard pull. So it will affect your credit score. So they're going to pull the credit. They're going to gather all the information needed from you. That would be your 2 years, your 2 years tax returns, W-2s. They'll verify those. They'll want at least 2 months worth of bank statements. They will want to contact your employer to actually make sure that you work there. They will verify if, in fact, sometimes we say, well, I work 40 hours a week, but I have 20 hours in overtime on an average. Well, if they truly can't verify that it's 20 hours a week on an average, then that amount of income and those hours don't matter. So they only go by the 40 hours a week that they can prove. So those things are, they need to have validity to it when they're giving that pre-approval, pre-qualified letter. All that has to happen so that your best foot forward is when you go to put an offer in on a home, that they say, hey, we've already went through. The other side of it is the underwriting process. We went through the underwriting process, and that means an underwriter has actually looked at your credit, looked at your W-2s, pulled your information, said, yes, you truly, truly do qualify for what you're looking for.
So who are the underwriters? Do you ever meet them?
No, they're like ghosts. They are. I've never come across somebody. It's like, oh, so what do you do for a living? I'm an underwriter. I mean, never. I've never met one.
So kind of like a silent partner in business. Are these background people that you just never see, never meet, but they're there.
Yes.
And they're doing all this stuff, pulling your credit, verifying your information, checking with your employers. They do this again, like before you actually close on your house, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You will have 3 underwriters actually look at your loan. But they pull your credit and they pull all your history every single month. Every time you get paid, you have to provide them with your bank, not just your bank statement, but the actual pay stub. And then they've got to verify that it goes into your bank. So you're constantly giving them information over and over and over again to make sure that you are best qualified for that loan.
So getting this proper pre-approval letter in hand, having done all this underwriting, what's the main reason why you're doing all of this?
To buy a home.
And you don't want to waste your time looking at the wrong houses either.
Oh, no. It's a major, major purchase. And we all know it's your biggest purchase you'll ever do. The last thing you want to do is mess it up by buying a boat or a car or applying for a new credit or applying for anything that's going to affect your credit or change, even asking for your credit line increase can affect that. So any type
So if you have a card that's sitting at $5,000 already and you're going, well, I could use this later for home improvements or et cetera, don't do anything with it till you're done.
No, do nothing. Do nothing with it. And if you are in doubt, the best person to check with is your lender. And sometimes we have a little bit of wiggle room. It's like, well, yeah, you could afford to spend $5,000 or you could afford to apply for a new credit because you have enough debt to income ratio that it supports that. Your lender is probably one of your better friends when it comes to those types of questions.
Ask for directions.
Amen.
that's to our male audiences out there. Ask for directions. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. No. So those are the top mistakes you can make in applying for a mortgage. Number one, of course, is waiting until the last minute. Do not do that to yourself. You open yourself up to a bunch of rude surprises, and then don't make any major purchases before in the process of doing this. Don't buy a boat. Don't buy a car. Don't get new lines of credit. Don't open a new credit card. Don't fall for all those things you'll get in the mail that will ask you to open new lines of credit. Just don't do it. And if in doubt, talk to your lender. Yes. All right. Well, that's going to be a wrap here on Real Estate Savvy. Kevin Hunter, Susan Wood, and Kyle Torgerson here at the broadcast desk. Special thanks to everybody who joined us on Twitch TV, on Patreon, and YouTube, and of course, our Facebook pages. Till next time, take care.
Thank you.